Greetings! It is I, Foolish. Back from another. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it or justify it in any way. Let's just say there's been more technological doofery. I'm getting there though. I'm learning. It's, gotta play the long game when you're learning something completely new that you have very little context for. I'm getting there. It's Morgan, right? Can't do anything else until I say hi to her. So we listen to what she has to say. Maybe she can catch us up, right? I do know this, and I heard this like this morning. And I have been for weeks now. It's okay to just completely check out from people and their opinions. It's okay. You can do it. Especially if it's the same opinions you've been hearing over and over again forever. And also, if it's opinions about stuff that everybody wants to happen but hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. I mean, we can keep talking about it, but my opinion, which could be completely wrong, but it's been my experience that a watched karma never karmas. It never does. So what I do is think about what I want to happen, and then I drop it. Then I go off and do something else, and then when the stuff hits the fan, goody, right? I get the popcorn and put my hooves up. If I even care at that point. If it's something that I can't work actively toward by getting involved or joining a group that actually does stuff or learning about something or other so that I can contribute in a meaningful way, which does not include giving opinions, especially when they're ill-informed, then I just let it go. I let it go. I'm not immune to obsessing about something and then my mind tricking me into thinking that I'm not going to be happy unless I get my way. We kind of know that on our level, like our micro level, like, okay, I didn't get the promotion. You know what? It's not fatal. It's not airway blockage. I mean, it would have been awesome to get it, and I could have really used that money. I didn't get it, and look, I survived, okay? But we don't really apply that kind of thinking a lot of times to big events that are completely out of our control. Completely. And then a human thing to do, which, listen, no shade. You know that I don't throw shade on any human behavior. I don't. A very common human thing to do is to basically put your life on hold until this thing that you want to happen happens. That's not always so good, right? I mean, certainly we all have free will and we all have the choice to make. But at some point, one may be inspired to ask themselves, is this effective? Is this effective? Because you still have to live your everyday life, right? Doing the best you can with what you got. And then this situation, in some cases, just can completely siphon your life energy. I'm just going to throw my opinion in the mix. A lot of that has to do with the fact that you want to get your way and you want things to turn out the way that you want them to. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. That's not weird. That doesn't make us terrible people. Unfortunately, however, it's often self-defeating. I say a lot of times, if you really want to get to know somebody, watch them when they don't get their way. And that's exactly who they are. Completely. human part of them, you get to see it. Also, for those of us that are tapped into maybe perhaps another possibility, a bigger picture, and you'll find numerous people have said that the function of the amygdala is to actually focus your attention on a very small area because it senses a threat. And so the bigger picture approach, we often miss that, and the bigger picture approach would turn off the stress response in our bodies. But a lot of times we forego that because we don't realize that we have focused almost like a micro focus on the situation at hand. There's almost always bigger things at play. There's almost always other factors why things are not happening. Damn it, when we want them to. Damn it. And then you got a whole group of Veruca Salts basically throwing temper tantrums. And then what does that look like? Right? Another human trait. You know, nobody deserves to feel shame about that. No one needs to feel shame for that. I think Morgan is telling me this is it. We've done 5. Right now we're doing 4. Let's just see. And this is a surprise Morgan in. Haven't been here in a while. What have yous. Another tip I have about, like, events that are super upsetting, which, like, who wouldn't be, okay? Who would not be? One thing that can turn off the stress response and to kind of tap into the bigger picture, if you're not a spiritual person that actually has faith in the universe and that all things achieve balance, even though getting to that point can be super rough and a lot of people can be, I want to say damaged, not destroyed, okay? Another part of it is that we often don't understand the fundamentals of what's happening. So sometimes if you get curious, instead of feeling threatened, and then go educate yourself about whatever situation's happening, that can turn it off too. So let's see if Morgan will back me up on this, or maybe she'll tell you about my super crazy what's been going on around here. Maybe she will roast me for all the missteps I've taken in the area of technology and video editing and recording my Stardew Valley gameplay on my computer and all the headset issues and the microphones and the why didn't I get audio from this 4-hour marathon. Maybe she'll talk about that. Ooh. Maybe, you know? Maybe she will. Oh, okay. Maybe she will. Judgment, 10 of Cups reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Cups. So, we begin. I haven't touched any tarot in a couple weeks. That's awful, right? I'm actually thinking about expanding this channel because keeping it the way it is now, I want to say it bores me. And I love a grind. I love just putting the work in, doing long-term strategies, okay? I love, like, being like, well, we're just going to plot forth and we're going to... But the thing is, like, I don't actually have an end goal for this channel except to just help people. So I'm thinking about expansion and finding different ways to help people through my various areas of my life, including, you know, recording my Stardew Valley gameplay. Because honestly, I think it's funny. Alright? I'm amused. And maybe other people will find it amusing, because we gotta think about what comes next. Can we unhook ourselves from situations? Can we get some detachment so that we can think about how we're going to respond to things? Can we turn off the stress response, you chronically ill mofos? to stop processes in the body that could be adding to our misery. Very basic stuff. Very basic stuff. I was thinking about changing the channel name to Camp Foolish, to be honest. I'm thinking about it. And just including like all the various ways that we learned as children to lessen the stress in our lives. Most of us learn things reading, learning about stuff, singing a song, playing games, dancing, sometimes even giving our best friend a wedgie, right? Chicken butt jokes, puerile humor, alright? We learned a ton of things as children. I just feel like we learned a lot of stuff as kids that we could be using as adults. Just turn off that switch, derail that train in the moment. A lot of people talk about yoga, meditation. Yeah, that's fine, great. That's awesome, alright? But what do you do in the moment, right? In the moment itself, what do you do? Do you have a plan for that? Do you even recognize when you're getting spun up? You know, these are the questions I have, and I thought maybe I could expand this channel to help more people that, don't necessarily do tarot or get into it, plus, let's be honest, my tarot skills are never going to be on par with other tarot readers, and that's fine, because I don't do this for any other reason but self-development. I feel like these tarot cards aren't here for me as wise counsel. I don't care about external events. Unless it's funny. Like the gas coming from Uranus. I loved that video. That was fun. Anyway. That's what I was thinking about. Just mulling over. I want to expand. I want to, include more people under the Camp Foolish banner. And who knows? There could be somebody that gets pulled into it as a new camper. Campers. And it could be somebody that has an answer for someone else. And that's what I'm trying to do. Right? Help people find the answers. Not from me. Not from me. From yourselves. From, each other. Alright? That's what I'm trying to do. I want to build networks. That's what I want to do. I want to build networks that we can use, because we gotta figure this out. We spent all that time in isolation, and now the world is opening back up again. I feel like a lot of us would have done much better with actual networks of support. So that's my end goal. And in that vein, if you catch me doing like and subscribe and all this other stuff, I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber. You know what my goal is. My goal is to connect people, okay? So if I start doing, running the game like the man sends me in my email box once a week, the YouTube creators' emails, if I start doing that kind of stuff, just know that that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to promote this channel, get more and more people to see it, and maybe we can all figure out ways to help each other, okay? That's what I'm going to be doing. Regardless, we have judgment. We have judgment. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Judgment serves as the ultimate release when we are accepting of the past and of ourselves as we follow the divine call to our spiritual awakening. Anybody else feel that? It was about a week ago. Something busted out. Did anyone else feel it? I felt it. I felt like a whole new game. I wasn't sure if that was just me. Comment below, I guess, if you felt it also. Just something It was about a week ago. Just busted wide open. Here we go, people. You know what? We toiled, we struggled, we cried, we laughed, and now a new world is opening up. You feel it, right? You feel that. New world is coming. The old world is dying. Die, die, die. It's dying so a new one can take its place. Because that's the cycle of nature. Now we're here at Judgment. Alright, we're a Blue Man group. Alright? We got, who is that? Gabriel? We got Gabriel as a horn section there. Alright? You ready for the next step in personal growth? Accepting yourself and releasing the past. Accept yourself. Okay, listen. You've been stuck in the mire, okay? Worrying about every single headline that came out. Like, it was touching a hot stove. Okay? You knew that you were picking a scab. And it was never going to heal because you had your heart set on a certain outcome. So you obsessed about it. Hey, listen. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Maybe you lost like 2 years of your life worrying about what some doofus in the news is doing. It's okay, man. It's all right. It's okay. But now that we know that, for those of you that this has been a problem and that you are just now realizing, now he got you twice. All right? They got you twice, man. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and figure out what you're going to do next. Or nothing. You could just train yourself to not do that. That's very difficult. And I know, because I've just been through all of this. I'm not preaching from the mount. All right? I'm shouting up through the sewer grate. I don't judge any of you, okay? Even though the card says judgment. Morgan might be. No. A depiction of answering the universal signs that prompt a spiritual awakening. During the awakening process, you reflect on your life choices, actions, and experiences. As you judge yourself, remember to have compassion for who you once were and release those judgments so that you are able to move on from the past. Word, right? Absolutely. This is very, this feels like a very cuppy reading. Cuppy. Alright, Ten of Cups. You know, I'm not sure if I'm not familiar with this. And, of course I wouldn't be, because it's happiness and fulfillment. Plus it's reversed. Upright, happiness, fulfillment, woo, right? But reverse, there's a delay or an obstacle to achieving security, conquering a big goal, or creating harmony within your family dynamic. To me, it starts with harmony. Everything else follows from there. There may be a disconnect, but with any reversal, you have the opportunity to turn this situation around. Be patient and listen to your heart to get back on track, right? Those of you who have been in a bit of a mire, some quags, right? I think that applies to just about all of us. I mean, this happens, okay? This happens. I'm just saying, if it is happening to you, let's just be aware of it and let's just figure out, you know why? Because we all need you. We need you. We need you on your game. The rebirth process for worlds is very, very struggling. And the more of us that are on our game, that have faith that all this is going to work out, the better. Just my 2 cents. Just my 2 pence. Knight of Pentacles, reversed. Upright, its quest for prosperity moves slowly and steadily. True success is a long game. I said a long game. Oy. So don't rush the process, okay? Don't rush it. I'm Scottish, not Russian. Alright, now reversed can show hesitation to take action. This reversal may also indicate unhealthy complacency in a job or relationship, causing stagnation. Stagnation. Tune into your intuition and ask yourself where you can make positive changes to redirect your energy and get back into the flow. The flow of the Knight of Cups, which is the next guy. Also pace yourself. A lot of stops and starts, it looks like. You know what I mean? Delays, stops and starts. Divine timing. Divine timing. That's the 8 of Wands. Divine delays are not the same thing as stagnation. Emotional offering, speed. Good news is on the way. You may have uncovered a new source of inspiration. Consider the motivations behind gestures, including your own actions. Are you doing something purely for recognition and attention? It is easy to get swept up in emotional experiences, such as idealizing or demonizing someone or something. Slowing down will allow you to see the person or situation more clearly and enjoy the process as it unfolds. Now that's funny because I think this might be related to what I was talking about. Normally, when I'm pulling cards, I don't generally pull for not with Morgan. Morgan's really, that's my jurisdiction. So what are we saying? Waking up. There's a delay. Self-imposed delay. Another self-imposed delay, stagnation. Look at your motivations. Inspiration is coming. You know what's funny about this? This applies to me big time. Because if you think I haven't found myself in a place where I lost time because I was insistent on getting my way, even though I didn't have any of the foundational knowledge that was required to understand the situation. Oh, Veruca. I didn't understand any of that. But yet, I had made the decision that this is how it was going to happen. I got into the how instead of just focusing on the what. If you think that hasn't happened to me numerous times throughout my life, you are mistaken. And that is why I am hoping nobody really judges themselves harshly for that. Hold yourself accountable, but you don't need to shame yourself, right? Hold yourself accountable so you can make changes. Or do something different. This applies to me, but I think it also applies to other people. This sounds very, I feel like there's many of us that have had this experience. And now we got to figure out what to do now. Because we can't continue doing that going forward. If we are constantly picking the scab of yesterday, it's never going to heal. That doesn't mean let people off the hook consequence-wise. Because people always bring that up. What I'm talking about, what it happens to you on the inside. What does it do to you on the inside of yourself? Not talking about external circumstances. Talking about internal circumstances. Okay? Internal consequences. Alright, well there's nothing else I can say about this. I've said it all.